What's up, Starcraft fans? It is Monday, 11 PM in Manila. That means it's time for the weekly mutation. This week, we have Hostile Territory on Dead of Night with Photon Overload, Barrier, and Power Overwhelming. I am playing this time as Karax, this Prestige, and these... these Masteries. So, my ally, Lowko, played as Kerrigan. Thank you to Endarth, Lucinus Appearinus, Maris Diaz, Redentor, and Shadow Archon who are supporting me in the Pulse Cannon tier. And thank you to all my supporters on Patreon. Brian, let's hear the mutation.
Dead of Night is where we must destroy 151 structures to clear the infestation. Same structures spawn enemies at night that, among other things, hit our base. Enemies gain special abilities and a temporary shield when they get hit. Enemy buildings shoot back.
So I have a bit of bad news. As you may have seen, we are loading into a replay. This means, when I checked the recording earlier, I did play this with Lowko while recording. But when I checked the actual recording, it unfortunately did fail to record. So that's kind of unfortunate. Actually, quite unfortunate because we had pretty good banter back then. But hey, what can you do? What I can do now is narrate the game from the replay and see what Lowko's build actually was. Actually, I'm not sure what he said about I think 145 or something like that, or even higher. And I'm not sure what you can do as level 1 Kerrigan. It sounds like a backhanded compliment when I told him earlier after the recording that he did better than I thought. It might sound like a backhanded compliment, like I was expecting him to be complete trash, but I was not. I was reflecting on how bad my own experience was when I played level 1 Kerrigan. I would not have the confidence to play level 1 Kerrigan even if this easy mutation on the solo queue. And the fact that he helped as much as he did, I think is a testament to how strong he is as a player, even if he hasn't played co-op continuously in a long time. So you can see he started with a queen, and I remember Tutu saying, and some of you guys saying, that queens first is better for Kerrigan rather than my preferred hatchery first. I like going hatchery first because I don't like having to remember to inject every time. And I haven't gotten the build down for that yet anyway. And I do have the build to get an Omega Worm out as soon as the lair completes. So that build lines up for me. That being said, Tutu did say, and a lot of you said that Queen first is better. So this looks kind of like what you guys are saying. He is quickly saturated on gas, and normally I would say that that's a good move for Kerrigan, saturating quickly on gas, because Kerrigan normally is gas starved. My only comment for this particular game, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just something I might do differently, which is probably a preference thing, is that I wouldn't saturate the third gas right away because I need to get the minerals first to pump up my economy. So this base and Dead of Night has 9 mineral patches, brutal difficulty 3, 6, 9. 9 mineral patches. So you need 18 workers per patch right now to saturate that optimally. As in 2 workers per patch per the 1v1 standard. In co-op, we go up to 27. 3 workers per patch, and that's fine. But generally, if you want to saturate more quickly, you want to go for 2 workers per patch first, and then get the gas, and then saturate the 3 workers per patch. Again though, this is not wrong, because Kerrigan is still gas starved, is still limited by gas. So this is not a wrong move per se. In fact, the only wrong thing I can see here is putting this Overlord so far out where it can get damage for no tangible benefit. She doesn't even get Malignant Creep until like level 8 or 7 or something, so that's kind of crazy. I do make myself useful here by putting down this cannon, this Energizer, and this Monolith to help my ally hold the door. Because as you can see, I was going for a pretty greedy build myself as Karax and rushing out the Sorrel Lance upgrade. My plan was to go on offense and use my Observers rather, to snipe the buildings, and I do remember this part. Lowko asked for a chrono on his overdude, so I gave it to him. I'm such a nice guy, aren't I? Humble too. And I did really intend to do that. The problem was I saw that the front door was not holding as strongly as I would have liked, so I had to spend more money playing defense and more of my attention. Money is fine, but the attention is more important, because for those of you guys who know, playing while talking in voice chat and trying to find stuff to say is quite taxing on one's attention, especially for a guy with ADHD like yours truly. So I often forget stuff like sending the overlords or the observers out. The spot for my solo lance, which is now almost positioned to one-shot buildings with the fire upgrade. The good news is I lose very little in the way of buildings in the first few nights, and a lot of you guys commented about Haren Horner's weakness against point defense drones. It's on full display here. There are four point defense drones camped over here and making my cannons basically into glorified pea shooters, because the point defense drones completely nullify them. And as you saw, the point defense drones also get the Photon Overload. I actually thought the Photon Overload was capped to 4 before. Turns out it's not. You get Amon gets a lot more Photon Overload stuff. Poor Kerrigan though. She got fungled, and her enemy, her opponent, does a lot. Got a barrier as well as the
simulation aura is now ready.
defensive drone? No, not defensive. It is a defensive drone, but it's the defensive matrix. So Kerrigan is just running around back and forth, trying to right-click down these buildings. I would be more aggressive in using Kerrigan's abilities here. I just spam this kinetic blast over and over again until I have run out of energy. That being said, Kerrigan level 1 runs out of energy pretty quickly, so I don't really blame my ally for not spamming it as much as I would have liked. I would constantly be just at 0 energy as Kerrigan here. And level 1, he did manage to get Ultralisks this early into the game, and that's a testament to how powerful his macro is. Whereas my macro, I think I'm already floating a lot of money at this point. Yeah, I was already floating 1200 minerals at this point, and I only have this much to speak of. What was I doing at this moment? I think I was trying to tech up. I got myself level 3 solar efficiency upgrades, which I think is fine to get. It's not a bad deal. I am placing down static defense though, and you can see that the bank goes down pretty quickly once I do decide to spend it. It's just a matter of remembering to spend, and that really is the challenge of Starcraft 2. It's not clicking slow as a lot of people think. A lot of people think that APM in Starcraft depends heavily on clicking fast. It is not clicking fast. The constraint for APM in Starcraft is remembering what to do next. That is the difficult part of macroing. Not that you can't click fast enough. Anyone can spam click if they wanted to. The problem is remembering what to do next and making that fast clicking actually conducive to your victory. So night 2, we haven't actually done much progress. Actually, that's actually not bad. I keep finding myself surprised. We cleared out 33 buildings in night 1. That's not bad. Ally is already getting 2 upgrades for his Ultralisks, and he's getting adrenal glands. Not bad. Wait, his Zerglings.
It's time to assimilate.
Do these things have metabolic boost? They do not have metabolic boost. Interesting choice.
Looks like our warriors are seeing some action.
Nice thing about these monoliths, these Kadaran monoliths, is that they are hit scan. And what that means is they hit their target pretty much as soon as they fire off their shot. There is no visible projectile that they launch. And that is important because point defense drones block projectiles. So if they are like this Kadaran monolith, hit scan, this little
Looks like they're trying to tear down a barricade.
point defense drone here is not actually able to stop the Kadaran Monolith are shooting.
Upgrade is ready
What
for
does stop it though, as you can see, is the distraction web that Amon has decided to shoot at my Kadaran Monolith, which is a fair move. Not gonna lie, it is a fair move.
It'll be easier to take out the
And look at
structures in the
these mighty energizers, just continuously making my cannon shoot faster. This one already is 5, 4, 5. This one's 49.
daytime. Bad news.
So you can immediately
Kill their
see
prey and stun them with their toxins.
the photon cannon shoot a lot faster, but the Kadaran monoliths cannot be blocked by point defense drones, which is why
Allied
they
forces
got
are under attack.
way more effective work done than did the cannons.
Our base is under attack.
The cannons are basically anti point defense drones in this way. They just shoot point defense drones. They just consume point defense drones. What is my ally pinging? I think he has, yeah, he has carry. He's making various jokes about Kerrigan being stuck or something.
Looks like Amon
I don't quite
wants
understand
too.
the joke,
Get those
but
defenses in place.
yeah, supposedly Kerrigan getting stuck is apparently hilarious. So yeah, sure, let's call it
Like our
that.
warriors are seeing some action.
Point defense drone shooting my cannons. Pretty standard. Meanwhile, my poor cannons trying to shoot back are just getting blocked by said point defense. It's actually a pretty good synergy, all things considered.
Won't be long now. We
It's
just
quite
have
an
to
effective
survive
synergy.
until dawn.
Amon is sending an observer here for who knows what reason.
Our allied forces are under attack.
Meanwhile, I'm trying my best to keep the front door or the rear door open, or the rear door closed, I should say. Try to make the rocks last for at least another night so that I don't have to build more defenses there at the rear. Because what am I gonna use? Or because
We won't have
how
enough
will I
time
ever
today to
survive
destroy
with
two
2100
structures today.
gas in the bank? That is unworkable. Meanwhile, my ally has gotten 2-2 upgrades, but has kind of forgotten to go for 3-3. Interesting. He has. I did notice this earlier in their game. He has a bunch of overlords, following, I believe, one single drone. Yeah, I think he's following this drone because this guy's their favorite. They're watching his career with great interest. It looks like. I think my ally at this point complains? No, not really complains. He just requested
We need some detection.
detection. Yes. So I was like, hey, yeah, you need detection?
The
I have detection.
simulation aura is now ready.
I would fire up an observer. It's almost like I remember what game I played. I fire up an observer and then send it right into Kerrigan so that Kerrigan can get straight into a black hole. Wonderful. And now I remember I probably didn't lose my observers. They probably just got black holed. And they lost their follow command. Because what I did is I right-clicked the robo facility to Kerrigan so that the observer would immediately fly its way there. But of course, if the observer gets stuck in the black hole, it will lose its follow command, which would mean that it would just kind of stick around there. Or yeah, I guess I did lose it. It just got seeker missile like an idiot. But I got the Unity barrier, and that is awesome. Literally a lifesaver. Literally. Not a lifesaver against regular attacks though. So
Our forces have met the enemy.
allies using Zerglings. He still does not have metabolic boost. Correct me if I'm wrong. That is the first upgrade that Zerg players get, is it not? I would like to think that metabolic boost is the very first thing
Looks like the
that
sun's
Zerg
about to
players
set.
get.
Get ready for nightfall.
Interesting that we are just not getting it. Now, again, not saying it's wrong. It's just interesting because it makes sense actually if you think about it. Your base is the center of the map, and the travel distance isn't that huge. Still, I would like my Zerglings to be able to get a fast round if I need them to. That's just what I think. Meanwhile, what have I been doing this entire time?
Keep them out of
I
our
have been spending my money. Look at that, 780.
Do that at night, Commander.
And I have ringed our base with static defense. By the way I like to build my static defense is I like the shield batteries in front of the cannons.
We can only do that at
Because, check it out,
You have until
the shield
sunrise to
batteries
attack the viral
have
phage.
320
Can't
shields,
kill it now.
320 health.
Back to it
That's
tomorrow night.
640 total damage that they can absorb. The cannon, on the other hand, can absorb 240 shields, 240 health. That's a total of 480. So the shield battery has 640 over 480. That's a huge jump in damage that they can absorb. And therefore, they can spend a longer time shooting without getting shot down themselves. That's how I think. I like thinking about my placement in buildings. And I'm sure a lot of you know all that already. And the only reason I'm even explaining this is because I literally lost my recording. Very sad. I'm still sad about it, but not a big deal. I'm just sad about it. I lost my recording. That had pretty good banter too. I remember we talked about how August is supposedly a ghost month for my Chinese employers. And the only reason I can think of is because the second syllable of August sounds like ghost. And then Lowko had a fantastic comeback about how I should have made ghosts. Oh, I think it was me. I should have made ghosts instead of cannons. Yeah, I should have gone Nova instead of Carax, so I can use ghosts. So it could be all ghost month. I can use it for my next video. Don't worry about it. I will run Nova my next mutation, and it will truly be all ghost month. My Donnie, this tank just rips through everything. Although that being said, you can see that the point defense drone ran out of energy right away. But not before. This tank completely threw through one of my shield batteries. And that is the benefit. That is the absolute benefit of having the shield battery in front of my cannons. These cannons can shoot the whole time. And they still will be able to shoot. Because the shield battery sacrificed itself for the cannon. I don't like how the spooters keep cancelling my structure, so I built this extra pylon here, which will get cancelled in time, but not before it allowed me to warp in this energizer. Actually, no, this other pylon was allowing me to warp in this energizer. But now it's there, so it's now all good. There are a bunch of immortals here. I believe it wasn't looking at this point. Well, now I am. But I think my ally did a good job of taking care of those immortals. I think this was the point in the game where we called out how scammy their names were. Imagine paying so much money for a unit that calls itself immortal. So you get excited, you get hyped, thinking that, oh wow, I have a unit that never dies. And then it dies. It's like, well, that's a scam. That is the least immortal I've ever seen, so to speak. I got another building. I got 2 more buildings. Hey, not bad. Not bad for my efforts.
Allied forces are under attack.
My ally, meanwhile, is pushing up this ramp. Well, he actually has. His poor Ultras gets so mowed down. And it's not even because he played bad. This is just... And it's not even because he's level 1. Even at max level, Kerrigan Ultralisks will get shredded by all these spells. Look at this. Ultralisk getting mercilessly beaten down by all these storms. Photon Overload. I think there's also a Dark Templar here following them. Okay, maybe not because I have the Observer following. There's so much stuff shooting at my allies' units. There's a Psionic Orb. They have more Photon Overcharge. They're getting shot at by Immortal Stalkers. And now a Dark Templar. I tell ya, even at max level, these Ultralisks wouldn't survive for long. And that's why, if you remember, in my game as Kerrigan, I chose instead to go for Dude Lords. Instead, here's what I meant earlier. See, this is what I said. This guy got fungled, and he lost his follow command. And now he died. So, it didn't... Hey! Lowko was being smart. He hid Kerrigan by burrowing. And now... he turned red. Very sad. Very sad for Kerrigan. Now, what was I doing at this point? I think I was flying an observer around.
Time is running out. Don't forget that our base
What is this probe doing here? Chilling. That's what it's doing. Nothing. My Donnie.
Forces are under attack.
Full observer here, presumably to shoot down this group of buildings with Sorrowlands. But I saw that my ally was going there. I was like, oh, you got this. I probably could have gone for a Stargate at this point and started carrier production.
We're in for a rough night.
But I was kind of still sticking with the observer plan, even though it clearly wasn't working. Well, no, it was working. I just couldn't get an opportunity to actually do it. Oh, hey, I actually did use Sorrowlands here. That's nice. So I need to use the 2 extra Sorrowlances to maximize my energy. I was kind of waiting on an opportunity here to actually use my solar lance. I believe I asked Lowko if he had the money wave available for carrying the assimilation aura. I was waiting on that to actually use my solar lance, so I would be able to generate a lot of money, because money
Our base
is
under
amazing.
attack.
I like money. Money's awesome.
Looks like our warriors are seeing some action.
Is there a stank somewhere? Look at all that money though. Look at all that money. I like money. Speaking of stanks, there it is.
Allied forces are under attack. Looks like our warriors are seeing some
This
action.
beautiful wall of shield
Our
batteries.
base is under attack.
It's kind of pretty. I did forget to shut down or to shut this base again, so this stank will be able to chew through a bunch more of my buildings. And with its splash damage, it's able to hit three of my buildings at a time. That's why I kind of focused fired it down.
Our base is under attack.
Kind of sad. I don't think I ever rebuilt that spot because it's fully walled off. If only my probes could fly over their own structures, it'd be much easier to rebuild my walls, Carax. Kind of sad. Maybe Carax probes should be air units. They are air units in the campaign,
Our
right?
base is under
You guys
attack.
remember the Legacy of the Void campaign? Carax's probes are air units. They fly. So they should be able to fly over their own buildings. I think it's logical. I think it's the only way it should be.
Allied forces are under attack.
My wall is holding quite well, I have to say.
Anyone wants to attack us
I
now
did
too?
get broken at this point. I lost probably 4 buildings. But the rest of my wall is holding remarkably tough. Look at that. Kerrigan, meanwhile, is stuck again. Oh, look! Kerrigan has that funny bug now. Look! Kerrigan has her human form,
Knight's coming to
but
an
also her
end soon.
primal form. That's so funky.
Probes are under
Look!
attack.
Kerrigan has the wings from her primal form, or her Zerg form,
Allied forces
even though
are
she's
under
clearly
attack.
supposed to be her human form. That's so funky. I did use Solar Lance here to clear all this stuff.
Our base is under
So I did eventually get broken in this wall. Which is... Which was bound to happen. It was due. Because the enemy has power overwhelming and barrier. But I can say that I wasn't broken. I just needed the door. And I cleverly hoodwinked, tricked, scammed Amon into opening a door for me. Yep, totally my plan. So now I kind of changed my plan a little bit. I was thinking, I don't really get bandwidth to send my observers out. And when I do, they get stormed anyway. So you know what? I am making a lot of cannons anyway. Let's put them on the map. Let's go on offense with my static defense. Let's turn static defense into static offense. And supplement my allies' push. So that we will be able to clear faster.
It's time to assimilate.
That at least was a theory behind this. Oh hey, look! They abducted my energizer to the
My
front.
minions are getting torn apart out there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You see what else is unfortunate? This Ultralisk. No, none of us noticed this, but this Ultralisk is derping behind my energizer. It's just standing here menacingly, unable to contribute. This is literally wasted supply. My Donnie. None of us were noticing this. Oh my Donnie. And Kerrigan is still a twin. I wonder if I will ever notice this Ultralisk just derping behind that building. I didn't see that Dark Templar. Actually, I did see it, but kind of late. I didn't have enough time to actually react to it. Kind of sad. Now I'm also not realizing that the probe that I'm sending here is stuck behind a wall. I kind of can't see. Yeah, I think it was this probe. I was sending this probe over to build more structures, but it's stuck behind a wall. I probably should have shot it down using my own structures. Yeah, it's fine though, not a big deal. Hey, a repair beam! The observer survives that storm. Miraculous. Start some cannons. At this point, I was now seriously considering starting an army. I was thinking Colossus, because they have fire damage once upgraded.
started.
But like, I don't really
But
go
I'd advise against
to
it,
the
Commanders.
5000s.
It'll be easier to take out the structures
Plus,
in the daytime.
I saw how my allies' ultras were faring,
Gunning for our
and I
probes.
did fully consider that if I made ground-based units, they would be shot down anyway by the enemy. So, yeah, maybe I would rather stick to cannons for now. That seems like a more sensible option for the time being.
Allied forces are under attack. Our base is under attack.
That being said, I am floating a lot of money,
Our base is
so
under
I
attack.
think at some point I will. What is this queen doing here? My daughter. Use more Sorlands. I think I was looking for my ally here. I wanted to use
That tank
one of
is
my
blocking out
Sorrel
sunlight.
Lances
We have to kill it
on the
ourselves.
money wave, but yeah, there was a stank destroying my things. So the good news is the wall here is holding absolutely fantastically. These guys have 100 kills. My Donnie. Look at that. What a beast. Twin towers. This guy, 38. This guy, 57. 5, 9. I guess these were recently constructed, but these guys are absolute studs. 25, 3. The MVP is still this guy, 108. No, wait, this guy, 132. I believe this was the very first monolith I constructed.
I need to regenerate my army.
What a monster. In a good way.
Our base is under attack.
Clearing that stuff. Meanwhile, the cannons I built here, the beachhead I built here, eventually fell, so that's a little sad.
Base is under attack.
My ally, I think, got stormed over here. That's nasty. Or was it a fungal? It looks like a fungal. Probes wouldn't have survived the storm. Fungal is more likely. Or Psionic Orb. One of the
Are
two.
you kidding me? Amon wants to attack us now.
Ah, this is when I pointed out that my allied overlords were kind of just following the same probe. I was briefly considering sending the overlords here, but I do remember that there was an attack wave coming from there, and this area wasn't fully cleared anyway, so I reconsidered. I almost did tell to go there, but I thought, yeah, it's probably not a good idea at this point. Maybe some point, but not right now.
One of our pylons is under
Stank here.
Those things are resistant to sunlight.
We should probably be right-clicking this. This has 6,000 health,
Base is under attack.
and oh, there's a brother or a sister. Maybe they're girls. Maybe the stanks are girls. I don't know. The rest of the things will burn down, but
Get to work, Commander.
we definitely need
We have
to
burn enough of this
destroy
information
these
today so that we don't fall behind.
huge stanks. That they'll stop being annoying and stuff. I do send my probe here. Ooh. It just yeeted Kerrigan. My Donnie. This month did survive, so that's nice. This is the point where I thought we're starting to mine out my minerals. So you see they're visibly
Nothing left in that
thinner
mineral cluster.
than they were earlier. So it was at this point where I thought, okay, fine. We'll make units, but we'll make units that survive for longer, so that I'm not entirely dependent on keeping them alive, or I'm not entirely stressed about keeping them alive. I do start them carriers. That is nice. Ally, meanwhile, is still gingerly right-clicking. That's a lot of Zerglings.
Our forces are under attack.
Do they already have? Yeah, they do already have the metabolic boost. My ally is only harvesting the gas. My ally is undersaturated. You guys give me a lot of heat for not having full saturation on this gas. I better get that same energy here for Lowko. I need that same energy. Look, I have 3 workers here, 3 workers here, 3 workers here. I'm optimally saturated on my gas. I better have that same energy you give me when you see that they only have 2 workers out of 3 on the gas. I will not have this injustice. I did not inform Lowko about the cheese we could do, the one I showed you last week, where you can hide buildings in this spot. It doesn't have to be this spot too either, by the way. You can hide buildings in any spot where the enemy goes or where the enemy does not go. And as long as the infested don't see it, you're totally fine. They do have an observer here.
Here's some more structures to burn out.
We're 40 minutes into the game, my
Allied
Donnie.
forces are under attack.
I think
Almost nighttime.
I am just about to get my first carriers.
We've
They take so long to build. My Donnie.
We're done with mineral field.
Hey, our first units. 40 minutes into the game. This is incredible. I'm fully mined out. Oh my Donnie. I have so many observers.
Lot of dead out there. Make sure that we don't
So many observers. I have a row of observers here, just casually existing.
One of our pylons is
Oh
under
my
enemy
Donnie.
fire.
This guy
Warriors are
is
under
about to go
attack.
down,
Allied
yes.
forces are under attack. Our base is under attack.
Where is Kerrigan? Kerrigan marching out here with a dual personality. He has 2 heads. And you know what they say? 2 heads are more than 1. You know what? If Kerrigan is like this, she should do double damage. I need her to deal her human damage and her infested primal damage. So that she can be properly the powerful Queen of Blades.
Our base is under attack.
That's what should happen.
Upgrade is ready for use.
I need Kerrigan to channel that double damage
Our warriors are under attack.
stuff.
Our
Didn't.
base is under
Unlucky.
attack. Looks like our warriors are seeing some
Didn't
action.
just barely did manage to get that infested to generate money for me. I do have my carriers here and they are getting boosted, so that's nice.
Allied forces are under attack. Our base is under attack.
The next set of carriers are already here, so I have 6 carriers. That's more than 3. And that's also more than 4. Can you believe that? 6 is not only more than 3, but also more than 4. That's stank though, my Donnie.
Strong enough to withstand sunlight.
The carriers barely
Have
do
to
any
kill it
damage.
ourselves. Our base is
Oh my
under attack
Donnie.
in that mineral cluster.
My allies base is mined out now too. Quite sad.
Our warriors are seeing some action.
Oh my Donnie. Stank just
Our warriors
won't
are
go
under
down.
attack. Under attack. Allied
There's
forces
another
are
one
under
here.
attack.
It's blocking all my photon cannons.
Our base is under
My
attack.
Donnie.
Our allied base is under attack.
We just burst one down. Here comes another one.
Seeing some action.
Crazy.
If we don't kill it, it'll
So
keep attacking us
insane.
even after sunrise. Base is under attack.
I think I burst that one down because I was about to get broken. There's so many spooters here. Just keep canceling my static defense.
Looks like Amon wants a piece of us too. Get those defenses in place.
Tackle is coming from here. There's so many infested here. It looks really crazy on the minimap because the overseers,
It's almost
or
sunrise.
the spooters rather, are overlapping my cannon. So it looks like there are more stuff here from Amon than there actually are.
Tank is strong enough to withstand
Yeah, look,
sunlight.
it's just
We have to kill it
regular,
ourselves.
just regular special infested,
Probes are under attack.
regular special infested. Yeah, sure.
Under attack.
Okay. I pulled my workers from this because I was floating through. Okay, I can explain.
Sunrise. That's a
I'm not short on gas.
won't
Wait,
have
is
enough
Lowko
time
short on
later
gas?
to destroy too few structures
He's
today.
not short on gas either. Okay, fine. I like how because he didn't have 3 worker saturation here, he still has a worker mining, and both of these are mined out. How long have those been mined out, my Donnie?
Not a stank.
So
If we
anyway,
don't kill it, it'll keep attacking us even after sunrise.
I have a special announcement. I am pleased to inform you that 8 carriers are difficult to bring down. I know. Shocking. 8 carriers? Really? They are difficult to bring down? There's no way any of you would have known that on your own. And that's why you watch my channel. Because I give you interesting and informative content like this. Like learning that 8 carries are apparently pretty good.
Aura is ready, my queen.
Kerrigan, meanwhile, is getting shredded by this poor Dark Templar, among other things. Meanwhile, my carriers are still carrying. It's almost like they're true to their name. Meanwhile, Kerrigan is retreating, but not before sending
Allies are in
or
combat.
guiding my observer here. And now with this observer siege up, I will be able to
Our warriors are under
use my
attack.
solar lands. Cleared all these buildings. I probably should have placed this one better.
Allied forces are under
I
attack.
probably should have placed that one better, yeah. I do think I burst this down at some point.
Detecting more structures at this
That black
location.
hole is creating a ring with my interceptors. Fun fact, this is, by the way, is how Saturn's rings were made. Literally by a gravity vortex forcing the solid objects into an orbit. That's literally how rings are made. Or at least planetary rings are made. It's neat, huh? Real science.
Let's finish the job.
And that's why co-op is objectively superior to 1v1, because you learn about how Saturn's rings are made and how they work. Don't get that in 1v1. Also, you don't get this very important lesson that carriers are really effective at pushing.
We have to hold them off
Look
until
at that!
sunrise.
The buildings absolutely get shredded. They can just sit in the storm. It's almost like huge warships don't care much about bad weather.
Under attack. Our base is under attack.
Enemies are, you can see my defenses are getting a lot more sparse now. And that's because I don't have money to rebuild at this point. And I have now prioritized my attention in clearing, because holding out for an extra night is not a win condition. Our win condition is destroying all the infested structures, and at this point we have 17 remaining. So I think I just evaluated the game situation, where we are right now, and our win condition. Our win condition is destroying all the buildings. The game situation is we're about to get broken. Our static defense is thinning out. We are quickly getting, or not quickly, we're slowly getting overrun. But Amon is almost out of infested structures. So I evaluated and I made the executive decision that my efforts are better spent destroying infested structures as opposed to trying to hold. And besides, carriers are probably not the units I want fighting trickles of infested with barrier anyway. Use a Purifier B to confirm that there are no more structures there. There are 11 remaining and they're all here. 3, 6, 11. Yeah, 11.
You sure you want to do that at night, commanders? The infested will be here any minute.
And my ally has... How many structures does my ally have left? He has a hive, a spawning pool, Orthodox cavern, extractor, and evolution chamber.
We have to kill it ourselves.
He is about to get broken. Where was his camera? He was only looking at his own base. He was trying desperately to survive. He does not see how close we are to actually winning. There are two structures remaining. He was actually about, his hive was down. Oh my Donnie. His hive was down. He was down to his last structure. But Amon is out. Yeah, we've won. This is GG. Oh, it's actually not even close. I could have actually waited a couple more seconds until Lowko was actually down to his last structure before completing the game. Oh, that was not even close. He had 3 structures. That's plenty of buildings. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. If you have an idea for it also, please leave it in a comment. Score screen wise, he got 569. He got 39 infested structure skill. Like I said, I am actually impressed that it took Kerrigan this far. With me as an ally. Yeah, okay, he had 145. Oh, sorry. You guys don't see that, do you? Let me try to show that. Is that the game? No, that was a different game. Yeah, this is the game. Okay. Yeah, look, he got 39 structures destroyed. And like I said, if I were controlling Kerrigan, I wouldn't have gotten this much work done. Because level 1 Kerrigan really sucks. And I'm impressed that Lowko took level 1 Kerrigan as far as he did. Pretty good. I would have lost Kerrigan more than 3 times because I'm way more aggressive than that. Anyway, guys, watch Lowko's channel. I will link it down below. See you guys next... Oh, wait, not yet. You guys had a lot of comments and questions last week. I haven't done this in a while. But you guys actually had a lot of comments and questions last week. At GamerLifeRocks99 said, last week's video was more than just chaotic. He couldn't keep up during the last 2 trains. I'll let you in on a little secret. I honestly couldn't keep up either. There were so many pings going on all over the place that it was understandable that I couldn't understand, or that I couldn't quite figure out which item my ally was picking at that point. I do remember that game from last week. He was Stat Boy, so there were so many stat lights that were all getting pings, and he was pinging somewhere for me to shoot down one of my units, and I couldn't see where the ping was, and same thing happened to him. So it's not just you, we all feel it. At Wandering Wanderer 88 says that we need to convince our ally, referring to the cheese I showed you last week of Dead of Night, we need to convince our ally to make a building in the secret area once you claim it with the Dark Pounce effect. It is not required. All we need to do is convince them to make a building in that area. It doesn't have to be in the Cloak Pylon field. Actually, it doesn't even have to be in that area. It can be in any area of the map where the infested don't normally pass through. And all we have to do is prevent the enemy attack waves from seeing it. By the way, one of you also asked if the Nidus worms will send units at it. They will. So it's only really effective against the stank. But if you get a Nidus, you will also need to prevent those Nidus waves from hitting your hidden base. And that means you probably also need to snipe those Nidus worms. And finally, Atmer Dapora says that the only difficult part is the fact that it's Dead of Night, and he has also seen Phoenix players build this exact spot without getting attacked. So that spot only gets attacked if you run out of buildings in your main base. Phoenix's Purifier Conclave counts as a building, so it constantly attracts the infested as well as the attack waves. If you keep it alive, or if you still have your base alive, they will not send units to your hidden base unless you drag them there or something. Anyway, Brian, please do the outro.
Thank you all for your comments. I read them all each week, including the critical ones. Please join my Discord group if you want to chat or appear on one of my videos. If you want to support the channel, you can use the Patreon link on the top right of the screen. Any Patreon support will immediately grant you preferred status for content suggestions. And if you have any more questions, ideas, or feedback, please comment down below, and I will do my best to respond next week.
I'll see you guys next time.